When it comes to looks or lore, the Dredge is without a doubt one of Dead by Daylight's best killers. But that doesn't apply to his gameplay. Why is that, and can we fix it? I'm going to go into some detail here, so if you're just here for a couple of games, feel free to skip ahead. Timestamps are below. First, let's explain what the Dredge's power is. The Dredge can drop a remnant behind himself that lasts while holding his power, and can choose to either return to that remnant, or teleport to any locker on the map, or simply cancel his power with no downside. He moves slower while holding his power, and survivors can destroy the remnant by walking into it. While most players assume that the teleporting to lockers is the point of the power, the real strength of it is using the remnant to shut down loops. Proper use of his remnant will turn most loops into winnable mind games, and shut down a lot of options that most survivors have. While this sounds unbeatable on paper, there's a number of issues that actually keep the Dredge as a fairly weak killer. The first issue is that you're very vulnerable to a survivor simply leaving the loop. Many maps in Dead by Daylight are big and have many connected tiles that players will link together during chases. Because you slowed yourself down while using your power, survivors will often just leave the pallet that you're encircling and move on to the next loop. And while you follow them and work to shut down that loop, you won't actually be using up the resources in these loops, meaning survivors can often just circle back to pristine undropped pallets, and then drop those pallets when it's more necessary for them to do so. Eventually, you will use up those resources, but the ability to win at any tile would be great if your job was just to kill one survivor, but it's not. You need to end chases fast and move on to pressure generators, and slowly circling tiles at below movement speed of survivors is very inefficient, especially when other killers would just throw a hatchet, teleport through a wall, slow survivors with a bottle, or whatever, and just get a hit in. And unless you're circling a tile with low walls that you can see over or through, you're often just trying to guess what survivors are doing and thinking, which can easily backfire if they have info that you don't. Now, I've heard the argument that the Dredge actually isn't map dependent at all. See, his primary power is his remnant, and the remnant can be used at basically any loop, so effectively the map that you play on doesn't matter, right? Unfortunately, that's not quite right. Even ignoring your teleports, you'll be able to win some loops faster or easier than other loops, and each map has a different set of tiles that spawn in it. So the maps that have more Dredge-friendly tiles will be easier for the Dredge than the ones with worse tiles. That's even more obvious on maps with strong main buildings. You're so slow while holding that remnant, and with some main buildings have so many potential options for pathing, trying to end a chase quickly can often become a coin flip that's very painful for you to lose. But you know what, we certainly can't forget about his teleports. Each map has a different set of locker spawns, and depending on your luck, you can get games where many generators or areas that you need the pressure are completely devoid of lockers, and without lockers you are effectively down a secondary power. Your teleport might be much less important than your remnant, but good Dredges will effectively use the powerful macro gameplay that your teleports provide, similar to how killers like the Onryu or the Singularity can. With bad map spawns, your macro potential is crippled. These issues are not impossible to fix, however, even without making large changes to his core gameplay. And I would do it primarily with two changes. While the Dredge is hooking survivors and using his power, the nightfall meter will grow. Once it fills, you'll get a number of small effects, such as the map will turn dark and the Dredge's teleports will speed up. Unfortunately, the bonus of these effects are fairly minor. Most survivors who play this game for long enough hours will likely have tricks to make the map perfectly viewable, such as using filters on PC or perhaps just using television settings. And frankly, that's fine. I don't like that the Dredge can get free wins simply by making some people with bad monitors or TVs lose their ability to see. I want to win because I'm good, and not for a stupid reason like that. Instead, I would make the nightfall darkness to be more of a cosmetic effect, with survivors having similar vision to the Dredge himself, just to signify that nightfall is active. Then, you buff the effects that nightfall gives the Dredge. Make the Dredge a beast during it. Maybe make pallets shatter on stun, with reduced stun times. Maybe make his pallet break action twice as fast. Make his basic attacks cooldowns even shorter, like a pseudo save the best for last effect. In effect, or putting the Nightfall on overdrive. What this will do will make survivors play much more carefully around Nightfall, taking time to heal to slow the buildup of Nightfall, and having to play more stealthy during Nightfall. In effect, adding some base kit slowdown to the Dredge and making him feel more like the monster he should be, while making playing against the Dredge much more accessible for survivors. It'll also make your long chases shorter by effectively adding a time limit to them to help you power through bad maps. Fixing the locker spawns is going to be a bit tougher though. I'd love to say just make every map have better locker spawns, but I'm sure that's much tougher than it sounds like with the large number of maps in the game. Instead, I'm going to suggest adding a new offering to the game that can add locker spawns to maps, and might be the correct solution. The Dredge isn't the only killer who uses lockers, and there's even perks in the game like Ultimate Weapon and Darkness Revealed that use them, so why not add an offering that can influence tiles to be slight variations with lockers? As time goes on, it's likely that more perks and killers will be added that care about lockers, so adding a way for them to get more bang for their buck might be the correct call. These offerings will certainly have more use than some of the other useless offerings that we already have in the game. I'm sure programming these offerings won't be super simple, but perhaps it's a band-aid that's worth ripping off right now. But I know why you're all here. You want to see some gameplay. For today's matches, we're going to be using my current choice of what I believe is one of the Dredge's best builds. Scourge Hook, Jagged Compass, lights up the generator with the most progress in yellow upon hooking a survivor on a white Scourge Hook. This effect is great for killers like the Dredge, as with our teleport, it'll be easy to pressure any generator that you have to, assuming there's a locker nearby, of course. While you can only get this effect when you hook on one of the 4 hooks randomly chosen to be Scourge Hooks, this perk has a secondary effect that turns non-Scourge Hooks into Scourge Hooks when a survivor is unhooked from them. That works great with our next perk, Scourge Hook, Gift of Pain. Any survivor unhooked from a Scourge Hook will be healed slower and lose all healing progress if that heal is interrupted. And if it's not, that fully healed survivor will have a penalty to repairing generators and healing other survivors. Because our map pressure is so good, returning the hook to chase the unhooker will also reset all healing progress on the unhooked survivor, further slowing them down. And if we just let them heal, that passive slow will help us out a lot. And if they choose not to heal at all, well, injured survivors cause Nightfall to grow even faster. So no matter what happens, we'll profit. It pairs well with Jagged Compass too, since every hook will always give the Gift of Pain effects, as the hook will turn into a Scourge Hook upon unhooking before Gift of Pain checks to see if it should apply the effects. Pop Goes the Weasel is the natural choice for this build. After hooking the survivor, Pop will make the next generator re-damage regress that generator by a significant additional amount. While Pop has been pretty heavily nerfed since its glory days, having a perfect info on which generator to pop will still make this perk shine. Rapid Brutality is our final perk. The Dredge really wants a way to end chases, and Rapid is a very strong perk that will help you down survivors just before they can drop those pellets on your head, while helping you chain together hits on multiple survivors by giving you a speed boost every time you hit with a basic attack. We also don't care about losing Bloodlust, because the Dredge loses it every time you use your power, which you'll be using in chases constantly. The Dredge actually has a lot of fun add-ons, so I'm using 2 underrated ones here. The caffeine tablets reveal which lockers survivors have locked. While we can still teleport to these lockers, it'll be slower to leave them, so it's much more efficient to just ignore the locks altogether by teleporting to unlocked ones. You'll also be able to see where survivors are located at the beginning of a trial by looking for the lockers that they lock, a sneaky little trick. The Follower's Cowl will make returning to the Remnant give you killer instinct on survivors nearby. Normally you'd only have this effect during Nightfall, but having it all the time gives you a cool way to check if survivors are hiding nearby. Good for finding stealthy survivors, or especially for preventing flashlight saves. Now this has been a pretty long intro, and I appreciate you all for sticking with me this long. But don't worry, because now it's time to get to the gameplay. Grim Pantry. Swamp is a map that I, in general, like a lot, but I don't know how the lockers are going to be on this map. And I hear the crows, which means someone is already on the main building. So we'll just head in that direction while I look around. Hello, friend. Probably not the best time to lock that locker, huh? This is going to be a fun game already, I can tell. Put you on this scourge hook right here. I don't really need it right now because we know that generator is probably the only one being worked on. And I think it was just dramaturgy she used. And she's got the finesse combo. So she's got the same two perks that basically everybody has now. Now the first one gives you a little speed boost. The second one makes you vault a window slightly faster. It's silly. I should be able to get her here. No, she's going to go straight for the window. So this is kind of like one of the little weaknesses of the Dredge. Where people can kind of like run the main buildings a little hard. You'll struggle a bit, but let's see what we can do here. Okay, well they've already unhooked and healed the other person we downed. So we got a little bit of slowdown on them at least. They're going to go straight on a generator. She's reblocked this window here. I should be able to get her here. Oh, you know, I was a little bit too slow on that. But this pallet's very unsafe anyway. There's a boom going up. Probably something uninteresting. Let's see. This one is not a scourge hook, and I could kind of use one right at the moment, but at the very least we can turn in the one for later on. Let's check on this gen. Hello, Steve. Okay, no progress on there, not worth a kick. He's not going to run the main building. Thank you. Put a remnant down. And we'll just get him down the old-fashioned way. Now there was a lot of flashlights in this lobby, so let's do a little remnant check. And hey, look at that, we have someone running in here for the flashlight save. She's another finesse user. Got that distinctive window vault there. Where are you going? Okay, we'll put you up and take a look with Jagged Compass, see which gen is the most progress. This one, so you know what, we're going to kick this, and we're going to look around, and now that one is the most progress. Nice little trick with Jagged Compass, because as long as a gen surpasses another one while it's active, it'll turn yellow too, so you get that extra info. It's such a nice perk. And this is the same Nancy who's just going to sit here and keep using the same window over and over again. This time though, she doesn't have a lot to work with. Dramaturgy is going to give her a little bit of distance, but she won't be able to play this palette. And if she's staying here, she's in trouble. What are you doing? It's not a doorway. Let's get this out of the way. Let's pick her up, put her up on a hook. We should be able to get to this hook pretty easily. We see which gen is to teleport to. No generators that are super close, but this one's not too bad. I'm sorry, no lockers that are close to the generator. Ooh, that was some lag. Oh, hold on, where am I? Man, I don't know what it is, but ever since Chaos Shuffle came out, these servers have just been disasters. And I saw someone come over here for that save. So we'll be happy to get a little chase in here. Let them run off and maybe do a little bit of healing. Just barely get that down thanks to Rapid Brutality too. Such a nice perk. Okay, you go back up on that same hook, and we'll have Jagged Compass tell us where to go. And right here, this is when Dredge starts to feel the best. When you can fully just utilize just his insane map ability. Assuming there's good locker spawns, of course. Let's see. Man, I really hate this particular little tile on Swamp. We're chasing the Nancy yet again. She's probably going to make a beeline for Shack. Okay. Oh, but she dropped Shack Pellet right away. Okay. Let's see where she's going. Oh, where did you come from? Well, I'm not going to turn down a free down. You know what? Let's hook you, kick that generator with Pop, and then get back on that Nancy. Ooh, that one was almost done too. That generator back there is one of the Jagged Compass is showing us, which means it's probably almost done. Hopefully we can get another pop in before it pops. I don't think she's going to make it inside here. I don't know I'm checking for Dead Heart either. I know she's got Dramaturgy. Although I guess some people are bringing Dramaturgy and Dead Heart. No Scourge Hook nearby. Yeah, we couldn't stop the gen anyway. Oh, 2 gens pop. Okay. Let me get rid of this totem here. Let's see here. Oh, you're running right to me. Big mistake. This gen doesn't really need the pop, but we're going to get another one anyway, so you might as well use it up. No good hook nearby. Put her in the corner. Slowly working to turn every hook into a Scourge Hook. Oh, you're dead too. Oh, never mind. I heard a scream from the Yui. Probably her that was working on this gen. She got some real distance here. She must have pre-run right off the start. Okay, hurt her off to my left. Let's see if we can get her to vault the window and teleport right in front of her. Oh, you know what? She did it and I was a little bit too slow. Man, she got some distance here though. Look, she's already in the main building there. Yeah, keep screaming. Nice clean hit there. And we'll teleport around and see if we can cut her off. Now she makes it back to the window. That window is blocked though, nowhere that she can go. He's on that gen. You know, let's let her keep running around. She's injured, we'll be able to find her easily later on, especially since she's got Scene Partner and will keep screaming every time she sees me. I've been playing a few matches with this build lately, and I like it a lot. I really wish I could get like Save the Best for Last in there too. But comboing Jagged Compass, Pop, and Gift of Pain just works too well. Yeah, he's playing these tiles a little too loose here. In his own defense though, these are just some weird tiles. I'm going to break this. I don't think he's going to play this particular loop. He's probably just going to run the Shack. I know he's going to run away from Shack. Yeah, there's the Yui doing more screaming. Steve, I think, is just hiding back here. Yeah, he's trying to heal with the medkit. We'll drop the remnant down. Let's see if we can get him to run straight into us. And then I assume she's pretty close by. Oh no, he was the one on death hook. Oops. I haven't hooked her at all. Man, I need to pay better attention here. We're going to teleport around and listen just for this, which is right here. Well, yeah, it's one little trick you can do with the dredge. You can just teleport around, and you'll hear the hatches you teleport through it. And in fact, there's another little trick you can do here with the dredge. Instead of playing the game where you're running back and forth and trying to figure out which door they're going for, you can drop your remnant down in front of one of them, and then walk to the other. And they won't be able to get out without disturbing your remnant. So in fact, let's just do that right here. I'm going to drop it down. When it's ready. Then I'm going to slow walk all the way over there and block the gate. She'll have no choice but to either come and get me or get rid of the remnant. And if she does, I can just teleport straight back over there and finish her off. Kind of a dirty little trick, but to be frank, this endgame scenario just is such a waste of time. Now we wait. Still waiting. Still waiting. Okay, there we go. She stepped into it, and we just teleport back. See, isn't this just fair and fun? I'm just gonna put her on the hook because I've got a challenge to hook during the endgame collapse. And up you go. Nice, tidy little game there. I think it's probably better blood points to hook during the endgame collapse like that instead of Mori anyway. Man, I love this new skin too. So cool looking. Oh yeah, let's take a look at that nice skin. Ooh, love these Edo skins. What I'm not in love is with this map. This is Hawkins. It's huge. There's a bunch of safe loops. It's a pain in the butt. But with our remnant, it should be a little bit easier to do some of these loops. And there should be enough lockers that we can teleport, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. She's nice and patient, we will get a hit in. Let's get this out of the way. Kind of a weird little corner we're in. Hopefully she's not looking behind her. We can cut her off as I teleport into a room. Yeah, that's another thing about Hawkins. Like, some of these doors are closed, some of them are open, and you just don't know what you're going to get when you teleport. And she does have a good distance on us, and there's nowhere nearby for us to teleport. It's going to pre-drop, so we will run around it. And you know what? Let's switch targets to this generator that's being worked on. Ooh. Shouldn't have let me get that grab there. He was trying to finish it right in front of my face. Probably 1% left on this. And now it's 21%. Let's see, I don't know where she went, actually. She didn't just stay in that corner, did she? Maybe she did. Let's try a little remnant check. No, just the guy on the hook, I guess. I think. Unless she's right above me. Wait a minute. There she is. Okay, let's find a nice little spot for our remnant. Now, if she vaults the window, we just mess it up. You know, I did that on purpose. You know, I just wanted to give her a chance. You know? Oh, she didn't go for the unhook, though, which is surprising. Let's see, I think she's just going to keep running. Yeah. Get a hit in. She's going to go around. Let's drop a remnant. And down her nice and fast. I can tell she does not have a lot of experience playing against the Dredge. That's alright. She'll get there one game at a time. Now we do really need this Jagged Compass proc. So let's look around and see what Jen is about to pop. She even couldn't stop that one, but this one's almost done too. And that one in the corner actually had... No, I think it was the one in the corner that probably popped. Hold on, I see somebody nearby. Nightfall's back up. This is a really bad place for her to be in. Look, you didn't see that, okay. Let's teleport around. Oh, further than I was expecting. We want to interrupt the heal. I'm not actually going to go for the guy I just unhooked. We're just going to chase this add-on instead. Where's she going? Not a lot over here. She's got one pallet here, but it should be easy to get her with my remnant. She's going to drop the pallet and use live to get a speed burst. She's not going to play this one either. Okay. And she's just a little bit too slow here. Okay, it's only 2 gens down. We got another Jagged Compass here that we can take a look. There's a survivor right here, though. Okay, it's that gen up top. I don't think there's any lockers that'll let me get to that gen up top, so I'm a little bit hesitant to try to pressure it. I don't know where she just went, though. I think that was the Sable that I saw. You know what? I'll do a little trick here. I'm going to put my remnant down. And then I'm going to circle around. And I'll circle around and I'll teleport to it as soon as they vault that window, and I should be able to get them. Okay, they go for the vault, and I can't teleport to my remnant. There must have been a second survivor here that I did not see with the remnant. Oh well. Fortunately, this Adam is in a bad spot, so he's probably going to go down pretty fast, especially with Rapid Brutality giving me a little bit of speed. Unless I mess up and assume I can just cut through there. That right there is like the essence of Hawkins. You need a door and you just get a wall. He's going to keep running. Just dropping every pallet here. Oh, this is nice. So he didn't play any of these right, but that's fine. Break all 3 of them. And get a nice little dead zone here in the middle of the map. This is actually going to be a pretty big help for us. Especially if we could play this area a little bit more. Maybe later on with the exegates. Scourge hook right here. We've actually had pretty good Scourge hook placements this entire game. Nice little change. It doesn't matter too much when you use Jagged Compass, because you can turn the non-Scourge hooks into Scourge hooks. But you know, sometimes you'll get some really unlucky spawns and maps. Get a nice pop here. You do kind of get in the bad habit with pop of dropping a chase to kick a gen, which usually is not a good idea. Unless the Sable just, you know, kind of wanders right in front of you like this. Sometimes I wonder if these survivors just mind game themselves a little bit too hard. You know, they're so expecting me to do something crazy that they just kind of wander right in front of my view. This gen is still regressing, so nobody's been by here. At least we got the lock out of the way. As we'll break this one too. There's someone right below me. This gen doesn't really need the pump. Let's see if we can find that person again. Sneak up on him with Nightfall. Hello, Lori. Okay, the one pallet is gone. Put a remnant down right here and just swing our way all the way around. And then get her right before she gets back to this pallet. Sometimes I feel I'm not patient enough for the dredge. You really have to, like, let them get right next to your remnant to get the full effect there. Well, it didn't really matter in that loop. Okay, this gen has a ton of progress. Oh, she was here. Ah, that's right, you know. I was expecting to hear that killer instinct there, but we're not in Nightfall anymore. Okay, she's going up here. There's a vault right there that she can drop down from. So we'll just cut her off. Now there's nothing she can do. Oh, that was clever. She had a styptic agent. She gave herself that endurance shield so she'd be able to take a hit. Luckily for us, there was nowhere she could go. So we still got the down. Basement's not here. But this hook is our first not Scourge hook of the game, I think. Fun fact, you can hook a survivor on a basement hook with Jagged Compass. And when they get unhooked, that basement hook will turn into a Scourge hook. So it's a nice little trick if you don't want to bring in a hook like, what's that called? Monstrous Shrine. I don't think I need my remnant here. I think I can just get her. Yeah, she was trying to do a little cheeky roof play. Get a nice down here. Thank you, Rapid Brutality. And speaking of basement, you can put her right down here. It'll give me a good chance to show you just what I was talking about. That is hook 8. Nobody dead yet. You know, I used to play this game a lot more competitively than I do now. Now I just kind of chase whoever I see unless the game is, like, really going badly. So sometimes you do get games like this where you give the survivors as many chances as humanly possible. If we were down another gen, I'd be a little bit more worried, but now we're okay. I really need to keep my big mouth shut. I am going to wander all the way down and pop this, though. It doesn't have a ton of progress. It's about halfway. But it'll get regressing. This gen's a bit of a pain to get back to, so we got 2 survivors coming in. Let's see, can we get a hit in on one? She's a little too far away. We do have to play a little bit careful now. We are down to the last gen. Okay, not a lot of progress here. I would like to check that last gen, but okay, let's say we'll just give up on hook. Okay then, let's just give this a kick. Oh, it's still regressing. Let's see, let's check this gen. Okay, this one's fine. Don't hear anything. Although I think the gen sounds are still probably bugged. And DVD's had a lot of sound bugs lately. I'm working on a longer Spirit video right now. And it is just a pain with all the ridiculous sound bugs in the game right now. Oh, I see. Lori's not playing around here. She's just skipping the pallets. Oh, there's 2 people here. The Adam's here too. Well, they're both on death hook, so might as well chase the injured one. Yeah, these pallets are all gone. This one is probably all she has to work with. Yeah, I'll just pick her up and give her a hook. Now the question is, are these last 2 survivors cranking out that last gen? Yeah, this one has the most progress. I think I hear somebody on it. Let's get my remnant back. Give him a little trick. It is nice. There used to be a mandatory add-on for the Dredge, which reduced the time it takes for his remnant to come back. But they added half of it as base kit, so I don't really feel the need to take it every game anymore. Frankly, I can just stand here and wait while I try to get my power back. Just going upstairs. Let's see. She vaults. She lies away. It doesn't look like he's on that gen. She plays this pallet, she's just going to go down. Oh, or she could be faster than me. Yeah, that's purely a case of me not being as patient as I should be. Oh, this pallet's still up. That's surprising. Oh, she is patient though. That time we teleport immediately, since she's going to expect that we don't teleport because we did last time. And we'll get her down. I don't care enough to select for the 4K, so let's just put her on a hook. Okay, now if we can find Hatch, which we should be able to with our teleport, we can use the same trick that I've been using on a couple games to move just from one exit to the other. Kind of cut off the options. I usually don't really care enough to do so, but I've got a challenge right now to put people in the endgame collapse, which takes forever. Oh, Hatch is right here too, in fact. Okay, doors are, as usual, not too far apart. I'm going to put my remnant down to this door here because it's got a locker right next to it. So if I teleport back to it, it won't be too hard to get. Now, if he is on this gate already with Wake Up or Soul Survivor, he'll open it really fast and we won't be able to get him in time. But if he's not, this is basically a guaranteed 4K. And he's not here. Okay, cool. Okay, we're back in Nightfall. Nightfall doesn't grow faster when you're holding your remnant like I am right now. That would be kind of cool. There we saw that he touched the remnant, so we're just going to head back. And, oh, where could he be? Sorry, buddy. He's got this pallet, but he's just going to run, and there's nothing else here, so that's good game. And up you go. I kind of wanted to do the Mori, show off the skin a little bit, but the Mori is actually bugged right now, and the skin disappears during the Mori, so you're not really missing out on much. It's a cool skin otherwise, though. Alright, oh man, Sable's going for her Adept. I always feel bad when someone tries to do that. Oh well. Fun game. Not nearly as bad as the Hawkins games usually are. While this build works very well on the Dredge, there's a few perks that also help him out a lot. If you want more info, Floods of Rage or Barbecue and Chili both work very well with his teleports. If instead you need more help in a chase, you could try Save the Best for Last or Brutal Strength. The latter is particularly good against survivors who pre-drop pallets and run, which tends to be one of Dredge's biggest weaknesses. Usually on this channel, we do shorter videos around unique builds as opposed to deeper dives like this one, but if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it in the future, make sure to leave a comment below and let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to see those future videos. And as always, thank you for watching.